Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Bobs and Angels Factorio, where I'm having to reacclimatise myself once again to everything, because I don't know where the bloody hell I'm going. And of course, long reach is not working. I should always check that when I start this bloody series, start episodes for this bloody game. There we go, right, loaded up on stone brick, which is fantastic because honestly, I'm going to have no reason for, I'm going to be trying to make as much stone brick as possible, and I'm going to be running around an awful lot, so I may as well just pave the world. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. And no, I don't care that it's a complete and utter fucking mess. The important thing is, we're using up our stone supplies. That's what matters. Okie dokie. Right. So, end of the last episode, we had been making a start on, we'd got all of the various different materials being sorted, all of the different ores, and they are being crushed, they're being sorted, so that we're getting all of the various supplies that we need for making a start on a main bus. And I think what I want to do first, because we're going to need it, I might set up a station. I might set up a bit of a depot, just so that we've got the kind of framework to work from when it comes down to setting up the main bus. And I'm thinking I might send the bus out from west to east. So, what I want to do is, I don't know if I've actually set up, have I actually even researched all the rail stuff yet? I have not. That's gonna be an issue, isn't it? We should also get, the next level of electric poles and stuff. Yeah, we are slowly running through all of our supplies. I want to be set up. Well, actually, no, we're doing all right on most of these. But we are going to run out fairly quickly, and I just want to be ready for when we're going to need to transition over to, other stuff. Right now, are we getting... Not all of these greenhouses are currently active. I think some of these seedlings are starting to make their way around. They are getting there slowly. I just need faster inserters on the output. That'll do it. So I need more wood, essentially. I suppose I could start laying out the framework for dimensions of the bus, which is going to be fucking monstrous from what I've worked out already. So I'm going to bring you down a little bit. So we're going to have. Oh no! I wanted to take my nanobots off for the time being. I may as well just fill it in like this. Doesn't really matter, does it? So we'll just do like that, and then we'll just repeat that again. Because believe me, we are going to need a bus like this. I mean, for the most part, I am just putting in a ridiculous number of belts to ensure that I leave enough room for myself. But I'm going to try and build entirely on one side of it. The main thing I'm going to have issue with is making sure that the all of the smelting and everything has enough room. So I'm going to be leaving awful amounts of space between absolutely everything, because what I've experienced so far, I'm going to need to. I also think I could do with some more labs, because this is going very slowly. Now I am going to have to sort out some steel smelting if I'm going to be making rails, aren't I? So to that effect, let's get a steel smelting thing up and running. We'll just copy this. We are going to have to rummage around a little bit. In fact, I may as well just wipe the whole damn thing and just do it normally, do it like a normal person would. Oh, God. Right, I always hate making these steel setups. It was just so awkward. I need to make sure I've got some coal on me, because otherwise the autofill is just going to start using electric poles, which is annoying. Yeah, electric poles. Those are great for powering things, acting as fuel. I feel like I need to put some more. I can't even see up there. That's helpful, isn't it? Can I get a radar? Yeah. That's better. Oh yeah, we are running out of stuff up there. Okay, let's just go. Let's try and match it up with... Oh, I can't because I've cocked that up now. I'll have to go up there and fix it. I'm also out of inserters. I'm out of everything else that I need. What else do I need? I need these things, don't I? Furnaces. That's the one. Why are you trying to load it up with electric poles? Stop that. Just load them up with coal. That's all I want from you. Just do things normally. Right, let's go and sort out this coal mining first, so that we can get all this stuff ready to go. I might make a start on getting like the basics of the main bus in place. I am just going to tear this stuff up and lay it out so that it matches all of the other stuff, and it will keep me happy. Fix the OCD bullshit. Huzzah! There we go. Right, so... Yep, that all lines up perfectly. Nice. I like it when things do that. Just adding what other bits we need to. Just to streamline everything. And we might put in the framework for another row on this side. So that we've got the basics in place, and this can back up the stuff we got going down this side. There we go, that will do. Right, logistics 2 is done. Let's start getting the railway. Oh fuck, engine, that would help. Get that first. And yes, I do realise that like getting all the rails and stuff sorted this early on is probably a little preemptive. But I'm just trying to, you know, cover all my bases. I want to be sure that I'm prepared for when I inevitably need to go out and get more stuff. But that should get us a steel supply, however small it might be. Just make sure that everything is getting the right supplies and all the outputs are going to the right place. Because you aren't. You need to be. I'm glad I checked. Yeah, we're starting to get steel now. Good. We can go and tear up this little setup. As bloody useless as it was. It did the job. It did enough. Right, let's start getting the railway. But yeah, I'll start putting in the basic framework for the bus. We'll start clearing out these trees because we don't need them. So termite bots, go and do your thing. These things are very handy when you don't need to care about the trees anymore, because they'll just eradicate them. It's like having grenades that automatically fart out of your pockets, that just blow up the trees. Oh, it's so good. Fantastic little mod. Yes, do not waste my time with excessive amounts of the wood, please. I do not need it. I've cleared out a little bit of space. Okay, so first thing that's going to need to go down onto the bus, we're going to need... Well, I need to figure out what each of these like blocks of lanes are going to include. So this will probably be I'll say this top row is going to be fluids. So put like that. But then I don't know how many fluids I'm going to need to bus. So, like, if I'm going to need to bus multiple, I might give 2 blocks for that. I know there are going to be 9 science packs. If you go away, let's have a look at this. Let's see what we've got. Oh, right. Intermediate products, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're going to have 9 science packs. But we could do some before the labs and then some after, so we could fit all of them into one block. So this will be. Have I got any combinators? Have I got combinators researched? Can I put those down? I'm trying to think of ways that I could mark this to designate what stuff I'm going to have. Let's see if I can research the circuit network. That will give me the combinators. Good. Right, let's research that. Right, combinators have been researched, or the circuit network has been researched, which means I can make constant combinators. These are the things that I'll need. So if I just plonk this down here, this can just denote, not fluids, research. Will that show, or do I need to put that on in the options? Combinator settings, there we are. There we go. Right, that denotes the research there. So this lot, I guess, will be the start of the iron. And then we've got to figure out how... I've got to figure out how many bloody materials I'm going to end up having. Right, so... Oh, it's not going to be in the smelting, it's going to be in the casting, isn't it? So iron plate. Iron plate. Then we'll probably have 4 belts of copper. Now, this is where I think things are going to start getting interesting. So, I'll start with stuff that I know from vanilla. So, we'll have 2 belts of steel, I reckon. My god, the amount of stuff we've got. Just based on the amount of plates that we've got, this is going to be a ridiculously massive bus. And then we've got like all the intermediate products that are going to be popping along as well. But okay, so we're going to go with 2 belts of steel. I will probably match that with... like, I don't know how much I'm going to need of the rest of it, but... I mean, I suppose this can always be, you know, subject to change. But we'll go with 1 belt of lead, 1 belt of tin. So I suppose that's all for stuff that I've currently got available. What other things are there going to be? There's going to be... Alright, so we're going to have... Next, well, things that I've got that I can make, going to be glass. There'll be nickel, wherever I can find that one. Nickel plate. Silicon plate. I suppose, yeah, makes sense. Oh, solder coil I will definitely need a belt of. Which will be getting made from the tin and the lead as well. I've done like the big smelting setup for that as well. So I'm just going to go through the rest of these. I'm just going to lay them all out. I'm just going to go by what we've got set up, or what's on the list in order. So we'll go chrome, cobalt, copper's done, glass, gold. Right. Jesus. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and a bit blocks of belt is dedicated purely to metal plates, or to smelted plates, you know, including things like glass and solder and silicon. So not all exclusively metals, but stuff that needs to come out of some sort of big furnace array. That's not even including things like wood or coal or any other intermediate products. This is going to be an absolutely monstrous build. like, again, I have been playing some Bob's mods in my spare time. Quite a lot of it, actually, just to, you know, but I've not got particularly far at all. I've not even got up to getting blue science on the belts yet. I haven't even started oil processing to be able to make blue science. It's fucking ridiculous. This is not necessarily going to be the order that I'll be putting everything in. This is just so I know. This is like I'm trying to do some intense planning on how much space or how many belts I'm going to need for everything. I mean, it's not intense enough to know exactly, like, I haven't got a checklist to say I need this much of this product or anything. But I'm trying to at least be a little more kind of sensible with my builds and my setups. Okay, this it's an awful lot of fucking fluids as well. Yeah, just the amount of molten materials as well for smelting is ridiculous. There's coolant and all this other stuff. Concrete, that's molten. It was a liquid anyway. Okay, yeah, there will be things like carbon are going to be needed, so I guess we'll go like coal, stone and stone brick are obviously going to be needed. Stone brick is still under basic logistics, good. Nice to know that some things never change. Now, let's just start going through these lists and seeing what stuff is needed. The amount of pickaxes I can make. I can make a diamond axe. Mining power 20. What does the iron one have? 2.5. Wow. So, like, the diamond axe is 5 times more powerful than steel axe that we get in vanilla. Yellow. What are these books? There's various different blueprint books by the looks of it. Map ping tool. Oh, God. There is just so much stuff in these mods. I'm gonna be here forever. Okay, oh, things like sulfur maybe? Plastic definitely. Probably 2 belts of plastic. Okay, I think a lot of this stuff, solder plate I don't think I'm gonna need to worry about. Will I need to worry about solder plate? Or does that kind of get... It's purely just an ingredient in solder. And solder I can make in various different ways once I start doing smelting stuffs. So I don't really need to worry about that. Ah, yes, here we go. Right, circuits. I'm going to want 2 lanes of each circuit, I think. So we're going to go basic circuit board, basic electronic board, and then I think the next one up is the circuit board. I don't know what's needed for everything after that, but we will go like up the list eventually. I'm not going to be bussing like anything like the gears, the bearings, or bearing balls or anything like that. They'll just be made on site. I'll just deliver steel to where they're needed. And the same with things like basic electronic components, transistors, and all this other circuitry stuff. Might just make them on site for wherever they're needed. Batteries, could maybe bust those. There's various different types of batteries. Lithium-ion batteries. Oh, you should be there. What have we got there? Silver zinc battery and a rocket engine. Wow. I'm just discovering all sorts of funky new stuff, aren't I? Yeah, I think if there's any way to terrify yourself with the amount of stuff that you're going to need to make in Bob's mods, or in a Bob's and Angels run, just look at the amount of stuff you can program onto a constant combinator when you've got all the mods open. It's fucking freaking me out, man. Okay, I don't think I'm going to need to bust any of the combat stuff. There's gemstones, but I don't know what they're going to be needed for. There's fluids, that's all signals. That stuff I'm not going to need to worry about, I don't think. I don't know about any of the petrochem or the water treatment or anything along those lines. Petrochem, we've already sorted out the carbon. processing I haven't really looked at all. I've gone about like researching various things, but I haven't done anything with any of it. And I think that's it. Okay. So, I mean, just for now, we've got we've got 17 blocks of belts. You know, that's fine. It's reasonable. Oh, fuck my life, this is gonna hurt. Right, right, well, first off, I want to... where are the silos? I want to just... What I've been doing, or what I've been trying to do with the playthroughs that I have been doing... What am I missing there? Iron plate. I have been setting up my main bus with like kind of stockpiles. So I have like a silo just to stockpile whatever resource is going on to, like, if it's like a 4-lane thing, so if it's like, you know, iron or copper, I have just realised that it's not really going to make much sense for the rest of them, because none of them are going to be 4 lanes of anything. It's most likely going to be either a mixture of single lanes or double lanes. But things like iron and copper are things that are going to need to be stockpiled. So, may as well. I've nearly got all of the stuff needed to sort out the rail stuff. But what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of this iron and I am going to branch it off, and we're going to start stockpiling it into one of these silos, which might not be the best of ideas now that I'm thinking about it, because it just means that I'll end up with an overabundance of copper. So I suppose I better do the same thing for copper, hadn't I? What do I need? I need some steel plate. Right, all of the rail stuff has been finished. I'm going to get the rest of the smelting stuff researched, because that stuff's going to be handy. Because we will need to start making tracks towards a big smelting setup. Especially if we want to start pumping out like 4 lanes worth of materials, which we will do eventually. For now, I think I might just let that iron build up, and... oh yeah, I was meant to be plugging in the copper as well, wasn't I? There we go. So we can just get a nice stockpile of everything over there. I want to see how how's the stone doing. Like, we're not building up any regular stone over there, so I might just handcraft some red belt for the time being, just to try and speed this along a little bit. Just make sure that all these machines are going to be working. Alright, now we seem to be doing alright over here now. It's not the scale of production that I would want, but it's doing the trick. We should start to see things back up a little bit eventually, and I'm going to be like making changes and scaling up production on fucking everything. I have worked out some rather nice blueprints for like scaling up the crushing and the sorting, and then like kind of layouts for turning the slag into crushed stone, into regular stone, into stone brick. I've got plans for the future. I do. It's just making sure that everything's all set up in a way that works, in a way that works nice, a way that works nicely. But for now, I don't know, how are we doing as far as numbers go for the sapphirite and everything? Sapphirite's at 2.5k, or 2.5, or 250,000, and we've got quite a lot stockpiled in there already. Sapphirite, or Stereotype we're not stockpiling, because these things are... it takes a lot longer to actually drill it out of the ground. What I could do would be research the Mark II, or the next tier of mining drills, because they will work a lot faster. They'll also be a lot more expensive to run as well as make, because they do require steel. but they do not fucking fly when you plug them up. That's not going to stretch, is it? No, of course it's not. Why would it? Alright, we'll go with a red belt. Which is, like, even though they've kind of, you know, increased the length of underground belts based on the, like, speed of them, in this, it's just ridiculous. This just goes on fucking ever. I'm not complaining, it's just mad. Yeah, I'm going to put some assembly down for the construction, or the automation of the various electric poles. Well, the Mark 1 versions of the long and medium electric poles, because I do need those. I'm going to have 2 stacks of you, we're going to have 4 stacks of you. That will be very helpful for setting up the bus. Right, mining drills have been researched. I don't know what I want to research next, so I'm just going to not look at it for the time being. I'm going to drop this stuff down on the sterityte so we can get more of that being mined. Oh, look at these things fly. Right, so we've got the regular mining drills, the vanilla ones. We've got a mining power of 3 and a mining speed of 0.5. These have got mining power of 4.5 and a mining speed of 1. So they're far better. They require a fuckload more power though. Like 90 kilowatts compared to 256. So power supplies will be aching a little bit. But I do think we've now got a fully compressed belt. So any kind of slowdown in the production or in anything to do with the sterityte now is going to be based on the crushing capabilities of everything up here. Because I think this stuff takes... does it take longer to crush or something? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just not entirely sure on what to do from here. Do I want to start thinking about getting my smelting setups functional? Have I actually got my... I do. Nice. Right, okay, we can delete you. We're going to replace you with the blueprint book that I have been working on in my spare time, which is not entirely complete. But we've got a starting setup for the basic circuit boards, which is pretty much what we used here. We've got a tileable section. We've got a basic setup for the BEBs. And we've got a Mark 1 crusher setup, nanobots and sorters. And then we got this thing. This is how we're going to get our iron ingots, or this is how we're going to get iron plates. 4 lanes of iron plates. And this is just the first version. We're going to have... this version is going to be the next one, once we upgrade to the next stage of everything. This is fucking hellish. Welcome to the mods, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm thinking what I might do is I might go rather extreme with the distance on everything. I'm going to bring it all the way over this side of everything, because I am eventually just going to end up moving it all. I'm going to, like, all of this is just going to get erased eventually. So for now, we can start setting things up here. But we are going to need an awful lot more production of various things. All this stuff should definitely be upgraded to Mark II assemblers, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Why would we run everything on assembly machine 1s? It's just daft. Really is just daft. Right, now I think there shouldn't be an assembly machine Mark 1 anywhere on this map. I'm hoping that's the case. We're going to set up some pipe construction, or pipe assembly, which would just be nice. I'm going to grab a couple of stacks of those, because I want to replace them. Right there. And Let's grab a stack of the long power lines as well. And give me a wooden box. I've got some stuff I want to destroy. Actually, I will save destroying the box for the time being, but I am going to go and place the box down. Oh yeah, I need the medium power poles for that, don't I? I'm going to place this box down here at the end of my power setup. Just going to sit there. You're going to be full of all the junk that I don't need anymore. And I think finally those are iron chests. I don't want those. They can fuck off. That iron stick can fuck off as well. An angry man. I don't want these balloon lights either. They're just rubbish. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. We'll slowly fill that up with other, like, small electric poles that we don't want anymore, and various other things. But I think I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here, because I've spent an awful lot of time just faffing about and not really getting much done. No, we've got, like, the kind of... Most of it's been spent trying to figure out what stuff is going to be needing to go on the bus, and now starting to lay down the framework for the next stage of our production. Next stage of, you know, getting a high yield of items, because we're gonna go full tilt on all of this. So we are going to be setting things up to go all over the fucking place. If any of that made sense, I don't know. But this will hopefully, if I remember right, or if I think I got my ratios right on all of this, and this will provided it's fully stocked. It requires like 2 full red belts to fully supply all of these blast furnaces in order to just get the iron. It's a mad process, and like the rest of them are only gonna like grow. But this is gonna be the next stage for us. We will be making a start on pushing towards a large-scale blast furnace column to smelt us some lovely materials from which we can start building a main bus and actually getting some full-scale, large-scale production going. Which I think I'm looking forward to. No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good fun. We've got a lot of space to work with. We've got plenty of room, and fortunately the biters are not really anywhere near, which is good. But I am still probably going to start thinking about setting up a depot station at some point. I might set that up like up here towards the north, and we can have all of the smelting and production of like basic intermediate products going down this way. We could eventually phase out all of the bus and early production stuff that's going on here, and we could scale up the amount of the crushing and the sorting of ores up this way, maybe, and then the bus can just head out towards the east. I don't know where the hell oil production and everything is going to go, and eventually we might end up just kind of outsourcing stuff to various outposts. We'll just have to see what the future holds for this series, but for now I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, be sure to hit that subscribe button, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off.
I don't want to be anywhere near this fucker. Ugh, come here, you big git. Okay, well that was a lot easier than I thought.